Hey there, it's me again. I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about a topic that isn't widely discussed, women's health and hormones, more specifically related to menstruation and your cycle. One of the questions I want to answer for you today is, are disposable tampons and pads toxic? And another thing I want to dive into is, are there methods for natural pain relief and discomfort that are experienced with menstrual cycles? And is it normal to feel pain and discomfort with my cycle? Are you ready? Let's dive in. My name is Amber Byers, and I am passionate about helping mamas to learn natural ways to take care of their health and their family. So let's dive into today's topic. Have you ever wondered, are pads or tampons toxic? The answer may surprise you, and the answer is yes. Actually, there are a lot of toxins that are contained in traditional disposable pads and tampons. If you look into the ingredient list at all, you're going to find chlorine, which has dioxins in them. Chlorine is bleach. So I don't know if you know anything about the effects of bleach on a body, but I do not want that in sensitive areas. Rayon is a common ingredient in tampons because it's highly absorbent, but rayon also leaves behind particles that increases the risk of toxic shock syndrome. Cotton is an ingredient that is commonly used, and most common, especially if it is inorganic. Cotton is one of the most highly sprayed crops, and so that pesticide residue can be left in the cotton, and then we're putting those cotton products into very sensitive areas. So it's very likely that the pesticides are being absorbed into our bodies. Also, fragrance, like honestly, I can't even walk down that aisle and not smell the stinky fragrance that they have put on things. I am sorry, but your feminine care product should not smell like something. Okay? That's maybe hard to hear. Maybe you didn't want to hear that today, but they should not smell like something. Fragrance is a hormone disruptor. So by all means, stop using fragrance products in your sensitive areas. I know that some people aren't going to like my recommendations. So if you choose to keep using disposable products, I would at the very least make sure to use undyed, unfragranced, natural, organic cotton. So the brand L, it's just a capital L with a period, is sold at places. I found it in our local Target. It is free from a lot of those contaminants, chemicals, compounds that are found in traditional feminine care products. And another brand was the Honey Pot Company. That also was available on Target's website. I guess I haven't specifically looked in our local store. If you don't shop at Target, that's okay. I am sure that they are becoming more widely available, or you could always purchase them online. My recommendation in place of disposable products is to save some money, invest in a higher quality product up front so that you don't have to every month keep purchasing something. So a couple of things that I recommend looking into silicone menstrual cups. Back when I first started using them, they were only available online. You can find them locally anywhere. There are several different brands, and it's just a reusable cup. You insert it, it collects the fluid, you take it out, and then you can rinse it off and reinsert it at the end of the cycle. They do recommend that you sanitize it. It can last for several years. In addition to those, another thing you might consider using is cloth pads or panty liners. So there are several commercial brands that sell them, and then there are also lots of Etsy shops. So you can find lots of variety in shapes and sizes and styles and absorbency and different materials to find one that works with you. A lot of the materials are going to be bamboo or cotton. Again, I would just be looking for organic cotton. You just wear them like you would a disposable pad, and then you can, change them, and then at the end of your cycle, wash them. So it does have a little bit higher upfront cost because you want enough to get you through a full cycle. My recommendation is to use a menstrual cup and then just use a thinner liner type reusable washable cloth pad, and then you only need to have maybe like 10 to 15 of those on hand, maybe a couple overnights, and then a menstrual cup. There are some other natural options. There are sea sponges that you can use. That's something I don't have any experience with, but it is an option. There are also menstrual discs. Those sit up higher. That's where the seal is created to prevent any leakage. With all products, it's going to take a little while to adjust and adapt and get used to putting them in and taking them out and get comfortable with them. But I really think if you try them and you commit to them, that you will find in the long run you enjoy them a lot more than the commercial disposable products. I actually got caught on a trip and I did not have my home products with me, and I had to use store-bought throwaway products, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is not for me. So once you have committed to that change and you have made that change, going back to it is going to be a very unpleasant experience if you are anything like me. And then let's talk about cramps. So a lot of people have severe cramping when they get their cycle. Part of that is due to the fact that our hormones are being attacked. I don't know how else to say it, but you walk into stores like Bath and Body, you walk in even our Dollar General, I cannot stand the smell of the fragrance that is in there. Fragrance contain hormone disruptors. Please stop using things that say fragrance, whether it's your detergent, candles, air freshener, plug-ins, in your car, in your body lotion, body sprays, body wash, all of the things. Please avoid using fragrance. If you don't believe me, dig a little into it. And then on top of that, think of all of those chemicals that we're exposing ourselves for 5 to 7 days every month by using disposable products that have bleach and rayon and all of those things in it. It is a must that we prioritize the health of our hormones. So first of all, if you're having issues with your hormones, I recommend focusing on your hormone health. One of the products that doTERRA has is called phytoestrogen. And although it does have the name estrogen in it, it is not actually an estrogen product. Phytoestrogen goes into your body, and the phytoestrogens help to get rid of the xenoestrogens, which are caused by synthetic chemicals and toxins like fragrance. And when we eliminate our xenoestrogens, our estrogen receptors are then actually able to receive the message from the estrogen that our body produces. So since switching to natural feminine care products and natural solutions, I honestly can get my period and like not even sense before that it's going to happen. I have things that I look for and know, so I don't just like have an all-out issue somewhere in public, but it isn't like I cramp for 2 or 3 days beforehand. And I remember a day when I used to have to sit with heating pads and all of the things like on my front and my back, and I'd lay curled up in bed because I was in such miserable pain, and phytoestrogen has completely resolved that for me. So doTERRA's phytoestrogen, if you want to know more about that, go ahead and reach out to me and I can fill you in on that. Another product I really love from doTERRA is called Clary Calm. It is a pre-made roller. It has essential oils in it. It has clary sage, lavender, bergamot, Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, cedarwood, geranium, carrot seed oil, palmarosa oil, and then vitex oil. I'm not sure what those last ones are, but the other ones all support healthy hormones. They support your mood. They are uplifting, especially like the bergamot, the citrus that are in there. The floral oils, those are the ones that are great for supporting your hormones. So that's going to be the lavender and the Roman chamomile and the clary sage and the ylang ylang. Cedarwood is more of a grounding type oil. The geranium, again, a floral, and the carrot seed oil. The carrot seed oil actually mimics your thyroid hormones. So if you need help with balancing hormones, Clary Calm around your inner ankle is going to be a great benefit for you. That's a signal on your foot for your uterus and your fallopian tubes and those types of things. So just roll it on the inside of your ankle. Then you can also use it topically right on your abdomen and your lower back if you do get any type of menstrual cramping. That would be more during your cycle. So I would use it daily on your feet, or you could put it on the bottoms of your feet, whichever is more convenient for you. And then you can use it topically on your abdomen and your back, and it knocks out cramping for sure. Another product that doTERRA has that I recommend if you deal with cramping and discomfort is their deep blue polyphenols. So the deep blue polyphenols is what our family has switched to in place of things like Tylenol, ibuprofen, Motrin, Advil. I know a lot of teenagers start out using things like Tylenol, and Tylenol has acetaminophen in it, and acetaminophen can actually interact negatively with other types of medications. So if your kid is on birth control for acne, the acetaminophen could be negatively impacting that. It can also interact with other prescription medications. And another thing is acetaminophen, if you take more than recommended dose, and I remember being in high school, I remember taking more than the recommended dose because the recommended dose wasn't enough to take care of whatever it was that I was dealing with. It actually can destroy your liver. It is not good for your liver function. That being said, deep blue polyphenols are what I recommend. Let me read to you what's in the deep blue polyphenols. There is frankincense, curcumin, ginger, green tea, pomegranate, grape, resveratrol. I looked up the properties of all of those oils, and they're anti-inflammatory. Deep blue polyphenols, both of my boys had broke their wrist a couple months apart from each other, and we didn't take any over-the-counter pain relieving medication. We just stuck to the deep blue polyphenols. So if you deal with any type of discomfort, I recommend deep blue polyphenols, but they're great to have on hand, especially during monthly cycles when there is some cramping and discomfort going on. So again, if you want to know more about any of those products, reach out to me and I would be glad to share that with you. In conclusion, I just really want you to know that I think it's important that you dive into the topic of women's health. If you are dealing with cramping and you are dealing with discomfort every month, or your cycle is irregular, or a myriad of problems. I hear so many problems from people dealing with hormone issues. Here are the things that I want you to look into. See where fragrance is in your home, in your life. How frequently are you using it? Is it something that you're exposing to yourself several times a day? If so, that would be my first cut. Eliminate fragrance. Secondly, look into the products that you're using for your cycle. Are they full of toxins and chemicals? Are they exposing you to things that your body should not be exposed to? That would be my second cut. And then, of course, lastly, make sure that you're eating fresh fruits and vegetables, that you're getting a variety of good, natural, whole foods to nourish your body. Make sure that you are getting plenty of rest. A lot of people do not get enough sleep, especially teenagers and busy moms, right? Like we think we can do it all and we don't need sleep, and that is very untrue and it's very bad for our hormones. Another thing to do is get exercise, some form of movement. I know exercise can be a curse word for some. I was one of those people, but I had a scare a few months ago and I thought, you know what? I know that exercise is one step I can do to help prevent that from happening to me. So I have been incorporating exercise. And then if you're still having issues, then let's talk about the phytoestrogen. Let's see what else we can incorporate. Let's look into getting some Clary-Calm. And there are a lot of other things that we have that we could explore. So if you are in any of those camps where you feel like maybe you are experiencing more cramping or discomfort than you think you should be, I think we should sit down and have a conversation. So I would love for you to reach out to me about that. I thank you for watching my video today. If you found it interesting or if you learned anything, I'd sure love a thumbs up, or go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And then be sure to look below for the link in the comments to get my free beginner's guide to low tox living. It was a great joy to talk to you today, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.